Greetings, my people. Greetings to all the lovers of freedom, all the lovers of mankind. I thank each and every one of us for all our efforts in viewing my content, for all you people have been doing to make sure that this ministry is moving to the right direction. May the Almighty Chukwuokabiyama bless each and every one of us out there. Let's head straight into the news of the day. We have a breaking news here. Like the Kano's American lawyer seeks suspension of Nigeria from UN General Assembly for failing to release and compensate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Hear the news in full. Bruce Fein, the United States-based counsel for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, has again written to the International Working Group over the continued incarceration of the separatists. And the news read, and I quote, "The working group on arbitrary detention is under the United Nations Commission on Human Rights. The group comprises scholars and experts who specializes in human rights issues and related laws." Fein, a few months ago, petitioned the group over an alleged gross violation of his client's rights, that is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in quote. In its report on July 20, 2022, the UN group describes Kanu's extraordinary rendition from Kenya in June 2021, illegal, unlawful, unconstitutional extradition. So you people can see, I keep telling my listeners, if you people can remember in one of my videos, I said Nigeria will soon reach to the point of no return, and this is where they are at the moment, because UN now is planning to sanction Nigeria out of United Nations. Even there's a news in the air. I'm still waiting for that news to be confirmed, that even ECOWAS, that Nigeria is the head, is planning to exclude Nigeria and demote Nigeria from being the ECOWAS head, because there's nothing other countries is learning from them. In terms of judiciary, they are zero. They don't respect the rule of law. They keep making mistakes from left, right, and center, simply because they elected a moron as a president, and that same moron also went and appointed an illiteracy who did not even cross secondary school, just simply because he's a Fulani man, as Attorney General of the Federation, and also making the Minister of Justice, which is very, very stupid and foolish. That is what we keep seeing on that zoo country called Nigeria. Let's proceed. It also called for the immediate release of the IPOB leader and the compensation by the Nigerian and Kenyan government for the way he was treated. In the document, the body also indicated that both Nigeria and Kenya for Kanu's abduction and rendition. Despite the call by the UN Working Group, the Nigerian government has failed to release the IPOB leader, because there's an adage that we used to say in our own dialect, that you understand me? That the death that will kill a dog will not allow that dog to smell what do they call it? To smell shit. That is the truth. The death that want to kill Nigerians will have closed their ears and their nose, will not even allow them to smell the handwritten on the wall. And they will soon get to that point whereby when they begin to beg, it will be too late for them. Watch and see. Despite the call by the UN Working Committee, in another petition to the body obtained by Sahara reporters on Wednesday, Fein urged the group to recommend that the United Nations Security Council should consider suspending Nigeria from the UN for allegedly violating the principles of the United Nations Charter and the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. He said it is against international law for a nation to kidnap, torture, and then subject a citizen to an extraordinary rendition to a different nation while traveling. This is very, very bad. The Nigerian judicial system has died since long ago. Since they said they are practicing democracy since 1999 till dead, Nigeria knows nothing about democracy, because People they are putting there to rule us have no respect for rule of law, and they don't even know what democracy is all about. They think everything is all about, yes, I have the power and I have the right, and I am at the seat, I can do whatever I like and nobody will question me. They have get to the point of no return. I believe Malami and Muhammadu Buhari will learn a bitter lesson from this. He said it's against international law to kidnap, torture. You understand me? The letter read, this letter chronicles of a continual contemptuous defense of these groups 20 July 2022 opinion regarding Nnamdi Kanu by the federal government of Nigeria. The chief culprits are Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari. Yes, I know. Attorney General Abubakar Malami. I said it even before I get to the point of this. This is the two culprits, and they are the one that how we nation in Nigeria. Oh, how now them, these two Fulani man from Niger. That is the people that say that this country, Nigeria, will never be in peace, and they will never respect the rule of law, simply because they want to damage the country and run back to where they come from. But soon, let them just watch and see. The opinion requested the source to update the working group on the governor's compliance, paragraph 111. The opinion found that Nnamdi Kanu's detention following kidnapping, torture, and extraordinary rendition violates 16 international human rights covenants. Paragraph 105. The opinion called on the government of Nigeria to take urgent attention to ensure the immediate and unconditional release of Kanu, paragraph 107. According to Nigeria Constitution and the international law. Since the opinion was issued 3 months ago, the government has steadfastly refused to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from his indefinite arbitrary detention in solitary confinement without access to necessary and urgent medical care. Further, in violation of paragraph 110, the government snubbed the working group's request to disseminate the opinions through all available means as widely as possible. The government's open and notorious lawlessness has been compounded by its equal scorn for an October 13, 2022 decision by the Court of Appeal of Nigeria, Abuja Judiciary Division, holding at Abuja, among other things. The decision held that Nnamdi Kanu's extraordinary decision from Kenya by the government of Nigeria was illegal, and it has been already stated in the appeal court, which they have also refused to honor. Let me see where this their garagara and stubbornness will get them to. Accordingly, Honorable Justice Oludotum Adefoji Okoji declared, I hold that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is prohibited from being detained in Nigeria for or in respect of any offense allegedly committed by him before his extraordinary rendition to Nigeria. Page 40. The justice continued by the forcible abduction and extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria on the 27th day of June of 2021. In violation of international and state laws, any court in this country is divested of jurisdiction to entertain charges against Kanu. The Attorney General of the Federation, Malami, nevertheless has refused to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from detention in violation of the Court of Appeal's decree, which constitutes the crime of false imprisonment by the Attorney General of the Federation himself. Accordingly, Mazi Kanu respectively urges the working group to inform the Human Rights Council of Nigeria violation of the above referred opinion and serious violation of law generally as regards himself. Mazi Kanu further urges that the group recommend that the United Nations Security Council consider suspending Nigeria from the United Nations for persistently violating the principles of the United Nations Charter and the Universal Declaration of Human Rights until Nnamdi Kanu is unconditionally released as mandated by the both international and Nigerian law. South Africa was similarly suspended by the United Nations General Assembly over its apartheid policies. International peace and security are threatened if a nation with impunity is permitted to kidnap, torture, and then subject to extraordinary rendition a citizen of a different nation while traveling abroad. Nnamdi Kanu is a citizen of the United Kingdom who was kidnapped and tortured by the Nigerian while traveling in Kenya before his lawless extraordinary rendition. My question here is, he is a citizen of the United Kingdom, right? Since all these things have happened, have United Kingdom, the so-called UK, which have turned Nigeria to their colonial masters, to their colonial refugees, have they ever ushered a word or uttered a word to Nigerian government? Instead, they are receiving them on daily basis where they went there for their treatment, because that is where they get all the money they use to develop UK. It's from Nigeria. The oil that they have started digging from Nigeria since 1960 till date, they are still having without no measurement. Just they take as many barrels as they want. So why can they comment on what the Fulanis are doing? That is the agreement they have signed with these people earlier on, before they rigged the first election they rigged in Nigeria, and UK hands in it. So this thing is happening, and they say Kano is their citizen. And I wish if this young man come out, just deny that stupid country, because they have nothing to offer. They have nothing to offer to Nigeria or Nigerian or its citizens. A country that colonized Nigeria, but Nigerians going to the UK is just like going to heaven. Their visa have been a taboo to Nigerians. But you tell me you colonize them. Which colony? If the earlier Nigerians wake up and denounce this stupid country called UK, the better. Let them manage yourself. I wish the government shall rise up and cut off all this nonsense they are doing, and let us Nigeria be a sovereign state and be on their own. Enough is enough. How can they say they colonize a country and the country is keep dying, going down on daily basis? The populous black nation, the black country in the whole wide world is Nigeria. Over 250 million people. And still, the people that they colonize them have nothing to offer other than taking the resources that come from that nation to develop their own. What an impudence. Well, my people, this is the urgent news I have for us this Thursday. Just want to let you people know that the case of our leader Nnamdi Kanu is taking the right direction. Be rest assured that he will have his freedom soon, because all hands have been on desk working day and night to make sure that this thing will be a forgotten issue. And I can assure you, all my listeners, the Biafrans, the lovers of freedom all over the world, both home and abroad, that Nnamdi Kanu's case is coming to an end. We are progressing. So everybody just hold on to your faith. Keep on praying for the young man, for our leader, for the king, that he will have a good health. That is the only thing he needs for us at the moment. And we shall maintain law and order concerning the zoo country called Nigeria, so that they will know that we are not anti-democratic kineko they are practicing in Nigeria. Despite the fact they don't respect the rule of law, they are not practicing democracy. What they are practicing in Nigeria is autocracy. A government whereby when you speak, you die. If you not speak, you die. People die in their hundreds on daily basis. They don't even speak anything. Those who speak, they kill. Those who speak, they use DSS looking for you to set you up in one way or the other. But notwithstanding, we must survive, because Chukwu Okiabiyama is always there with us. So my people, this will be the end of this small broadcast. I just want to make it brief so that you will not get tired to watch it, or you will not get tired to listen to it until I come your way again. I still remain your one and only Kute Daily Talk. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, like all my contents, invite your family, invite friends, invite your neighbors, your colleagues in the office, whoever you know that will join this moving train. Please endeavor to do so by sharing this content, so so that each and every one of us will be aware of what is happening in the zoo country called Nigeria, or what is happening in our Biafra land, or what is about to happen to the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for his extraordinary rendition from Kenya. I will end it here. Kemishan, my people. Thank you very much.